I feel such joy in my heart today that we take 600 years of bogus Ottoman Islam and we move it aside and we present you with the words of the Lord God Himself. When He says that you, a people who declare proudly so, we are Christians, a people who are not secularized Christians, a people who don't say that a man can marry another man and get a marriage certificate, a people who still weep for Jerusalem, a people who will never bend their knees before the Zionist rulers of the world today, a people who still cherish the priesthood, a people who still cherish the monastic way of life and the monasteries, a people who are not arrogant, they don't want to rule the world. These Christians, says the Quran is speaking. These Christians will be closest in love and affection for you. And so we say to you, yes, you're going to suffer a lot in the war which is coming. The Russian people are going to make yet another tremendous sacrifice, as you have sacrificed in the past so many times. I don't have to tell you what you know. Yes, you're going to make one more sacrifice, and your sacrifice will be the greatest of all. But in this war which is coming, there's a fruit, a very sweet and lovely fruit to come at the end of the war. And that is our prophet has prophesied. And they must be shuddering now as this prophecy is around the corner. That a Muslim army, not an Ottoman army, a Muslim army, not an Ottoman army. I am talking to 600 years of history now. A Muslim army, not an Ottoman army. A Muslim army will conquer Constantinople. How wonderful are these words today, as we take 600 years of history and we sweep it away. And when that Muslim army conquers Constantinople, our prophet is proud. He's proud. He says, what a wonderful army. He says, what a wonderful commander. It's not going to be a regular army of the Pakistan Armed Forces or this armed force. No, it's going to be a people's army. The people who still have love for the Quran, the Book of Allah. They will conquer Constantinople. And finally, do you know why you have to wage that big war? I'll tell you why. Because at the end of that big war, when you have defeated NATO, NATO no longer controls the Bosphorus. At that time, a Muslim army will conquer Constantinople, and they can't stop it. Tell them that for me. They can't stop it, because our prophet has spoken. It must be like a bone in their necks now, that these words of mine. But guess what? Even though 600 years of brainwashing has taken place, the truth has come today from the Quran and is driving away all those clouds, all those brainwashing is being driven away. And more and more and more Muslims are accepting that this is the truth. Thanks and praise be to Allah. And so I share with you now this wonderful news, if you're in Russia, that the great sacrifice you're about to make in that great war will be followed by a lovely, lovely fruit. That when we conquer Constantinople, we will return Hagia Sophia to you. It's your cathedral. It was shameful. It was disgraceful. It was manifestly sinful what the Ottoman Empire did to that. cathedral, and what was repeated recently. And I say to you that on that day when Hagia Sophia returned to you, you would cry. You would cry that our prophet remembered you. And on that day when Hagia Sophia is returned to you, you and I, the world of Islam and the world of Christianity, the Christianity which follows Jesus, not the one which follows Santa Claus. These two worlds will come together in friendship and in fraternity. And it is with this alliance that history will now be taken to an end, which will witness the triumph of truth in Jerusalem. Thank you. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.